won't believe what's making a comeback, a legend that wants to find American cool, power, and practicality all in one. Yep, the Chevrolet El Camino is back. After disappearing from showrooms for decades, this half-car, half-truck icon has been completely reborn for 2026, and it's nothing short of jaw-dropping. The El Camino was always more than a vehicle, it was an attitude on wheels. A perfect mix of muscle and utility that made you feel like you could do anything, from hauling gear to hitting the highway in style. Now, Chevrolet has reimagined that classic formula for a new era. The 2026 El Camino isn't just a revival, it's a revolution. It fuses the soul of a muscle car with the brains and brawn of a modern truck, creating something that's equal parts performance machine and everyday companion. So what makes this comeback so special? Let's start with the design, because this thing commands attention. You can tell at first glance that it pays tribute to the late 70s models, but everything about it screams 2026. Up front, a wide, aggressive grille sits between razor-thin LED headlights that look like they're ready to hunt. The hood is sculpted with functional vents that feed cool air straight into the beastly engine beneath, not just for show, but for go. From the side, the El Camino looks sleek yet muscular, with bold fender flares and fastback-style roofline that gives it a coupe-like shape. And then there's the rear, where old school meets innovation. The short truck bed looks perfectly integrated, not tacked on, lined with durable materials, and even hiding a few clever storage compartments underneath. It's that rare balance between elegance and grit, a machine that looks equally at home at a car show or a construction site. Inside, the 2026 El Camino feels like a luxury muscle cockpit. Everything centers around the driver, from the sporty bucket seats to the futuristic digital displays. You'll find a massive 12.3-inch digital cluster paired with a 13.4-inch infotainment touchscreen running the newest software, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even Google Voice controls. The ambient lighting gives the cabin this smooth, high-tech glow, especially at night, making every drive feel cinematic. The seats? A dream. Bolstered to hug you during sharp turns, yet soft enough for long road trips. Depending on the trim, you can choose between plush leather or performance-grade suede. And of course, modern comforts abound. Heated and ventilated seats, a wireless charging pad, a panoramic sunroof, and a premium Bose sound system that'll make your playlists sound concert-worthy. Even storage has been cleverly designed, with secret compartments behind the seats for tools, bags, or sports gear. But we can't talk about the El Camino without talking about what's under the hood, and that's where the fun really begins. Chevrolet is offering 3 different powertrains, each with its own flavor of thrill. The base model packs a turbocharged 2.7-liter inline-4, pushing out about 310 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, plenty for everyday fun. Then there's the mid-tier 3.6-liter V6 with a smooth 335 horsepower for those who crave a bit more punch. But the real beast? The SS trim. This is where the legend truly roars back to life. Under that sculpted hood lies a 6.2-liter V8 engine borrowed from a Camaro SS, tuned to unleash 455 horsepower and an equal 455 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to launch you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.3 seconds, faster than many sports cars on the market today. And if you're old school at heart, you'll love this. There's even an optional 6-speed manual transmission. Yep, in 2026, you can still row your own gears. For those wanting a bit more tech, an all-wheel drive version is also available, giving you incredible grip and control in any condition. And just wait, whispers from the industry hint at an upcoming fully electric El Camino built on GM's Ultium platform. If that happens, we're talking instant torque, 0 emissions, and over 400 miles of range. A silent monster with muscle car DNA? That's something to get excited about. On the road, the 2026 El Camino is pure confidence. Thanks to its independent rear suspension and adaptive dampers, it feels agile and composed whether you're cruising down a long stretch of highway or weaving through tight corners. The steering is precise, the brakes are sharp, and the balance between comfort and performance is just right. Open it up, and that V8 soundtrack hits you deep, raw, and undeniably satisfying. It's the perfect harmony between old-school rumble and modern finesse. Safety-wise, Chevrolet packed this thing with tech. You've got adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, forward collision alerts, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, even a 360-degree camera system to help you park and keep an eye on the bed. Higher trims include Super Cruise, which allows semi-autonomous driving on certain highways. It's smart, safe, and built to make every drive a little easier. Now let's talk numbers. The 2026 El Camino is expected to start around $37,000 for the base trim, about $45,000 for the LT, and roughly $58,000 for the high-performance SS. Given what it offers, power, luxury, versatility, and a dose of nostalgia, that's a seriously competitive price range. It's aimed at the sweet spot where practicality meets passion, going head-to-head with the Ford Maverick, Hyundai Santa Cruz, and even smaller Silverados. But honestly, none of them carry the same swagger this car truck hybrid brings. So what's the real magic behind the 2026 El Camino? It's personality. In a world where everything looks the same, where SUVs blur into one another, this thing stands out. It's bold, confident, and dripping with attitude. It's for people who remember the golden age of American muscle, but still live in the modern world. It's for drivers who want something unique, something that can carry lumber one day and turn heads the next. The 2026 El Camino isn't just transportation, it's a statement. It honors its past while embracing the future. It's one of those rare vehicles that you'll glance back at after parking, just to admire it one more time. And when a car makes you do that, you know the automaker got it right. So here's the bottom line. The El Camino has returned, and it's more alive than ever. It's not just a car, and it's not just a truck. It's proof that sometimes the best way to move forward is to bring the past roaring back to life. If you enjoyed this look into the 2026 Chevrolet El Camino, don't forget to hit that like button and tell me, would you buy one? Do you think it lives up to its legendary name? Drop your thoughts below. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep your engines revving and your dreams in drive.